Hello everyone, this is Rishabh. I hope you're doing well. Um, so just wanted to share my thoughts and arguments regarding a cultural notion that has been instilled on us since birth. Definitely with millennials and definitely with all the generations uh, before millennials. I think Gen Z has it good, and which is a good thing. But we'll come to that later. So I think as soon as we understanding stuff, one thing that is constantly inserted in us is you need to respect elders, you need to listen to elders, and so on and so forth. Now, see, I there is a very huge fundamental flaw in this argument, in this hypothesis, and I'll tell you that, and I'll tell you what it is. See, the world has always been, it is, and would always be full of incompetent idiots. The world is full of incompetent assholes, incompetent dumb fucks, or worse, competent people who don't have your best interest at heart, and so on and so forth. And the world is just full of losers and fools. You'll see them everywhere. Now the thing is, all of these people grow up. Okay, all of the losers, idiots, incompetent people of the world grow up. Okay? Everyone grows up, right? So it's not only competent folks grow up, but incompetent folks also grow up as well, right? Now, a mix of these people actually become your parents, your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters, your teachers, your mentors, and your neighbors, and your family friends, acquaintances, and so on and so forth. I'm saying these names because I need this to hit you in a way that it needs to be. But yeah, so all of these people basically they grow up, and the thing is that if you listen to their advice, or if you pay them respect, if you just listen to them for the sake of it, uh, your life will be harmed in a way that you cannot even imagine. You will just wake up at 25, 35, 40 years of age and see, and just be like, dude, I just grew up with the wrong people and it just messed my life. I'm just not where I am supposed to be, or where I deserve to be, and so on and so forth. And it's a very it's a very debilitating place to be at. I have been that person, so I can tell you, I have made these mistakes of listening to people by the factor of their age, respecting people by the factor of their age. So definitely it can just take you places and set you back and just ruin your life in a way that you can't even imagine. That's a separate chapter in itself. But let's come back to the main point. So if you do this, then you will be screwed in ways that you can't even imagine. Okay. So the point is, respect should and always should be driven out of merit, not out of a factor of age. You do not need to listen to anyone who's elder to you just for the sake that they are elder to you. You do not need to disrespect people who are elder to you just for the sake that they are elder to you. In fact, I think you need to disrespect a lot of elders which disrespect you just for the sake of it, just because they can. And if you don't give the disrespect back, it ends up harming your own self-esteem and your own self-respect, which is something, of course, that's a different spiral to move out of. Anyways, so and that is where I think I really like Gen Z. They don't put authority on a pedestal. I think this is one trend that I've seen with Gen Z that I absolutely admire about them. I don't know why it is, by inherent design or something like that, but they just don't put authority on a pedestal. They question everything. Okay, they don't respect people just for the sake of it. Which is something to a normal Indian can look weird, but it makes sense, because you need to kind of behave and behave for you need to behave and take decisions which make sense in today's time and age, not what made sense 50 years before or 100 years before. And again, I'm not telling you to be just become the rebellious teenager and stupid and disrespect your parents and all that just for the sake of it. No, I'm not doing that. Don't be stupid. The thing is that uh, your I mean, I'm just gonna say it like your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, right? They're your neighbors, your grandparents, and all that. They could have the best interest of you at heart. Yes, in most cases they do. But meritocratically, while speaking purely on the basis of merit, they can be just extremely incompetent at a lot of stuff or at a few stuff, which can impact you in unimaginable ways. And which is absolutely fine. When you grow up, you'll also have the same problem with perhaps your children and all that, right? What I'm saying is, not to ignore your responsibilities, not to be an idiot, not to be rebellious just for the sake of it. Start analyzing people for who they are, not who they are in your lives. Okay, be extremely selfish. Do not listen to anyone who is an elder. Do not respect anyone who is an elder. Do not respect anyone, listen to anyone who is a youngster also, right? See, respect and listening needs to happen by the factor of merit of a person, not the age of a person, right? So that's about it. And yeah, of course, I know this is a huge topic in itself, but I just thought of sharing some quick thoughts with you. So, yeah, man, and I know that if you've grown with people, if you've been exposed to people since childhood or many years or many decades, it becomes almost impossible to analyze them for critically analyze them purely on a meritocratic. I don't know whether that's a word or not. On a very logical level, because a lot of your feelings or relationships come into the place, which is fine, all that. But I think um, you need to start setting up time and start putting in efforts to actually analyzing people, analyzing the decisions that we've made, analyzing where they are in their lives, both physically, mentally, logistically, and so on and so forth, and then take a call. Whom do you want to listen to, and whom do you want to just ignore? Uh, so yeah, and that's one thing that I really love about Gen Z. They just don't put authority on a pedestal, which is absolutely insanely beneficial to you. Okay. Anyways, more on that later. So yeah, I hope you get some value out of this and take care. Again, do not respect elders or youngsters for the sake of it. You can learn a life lesson from a 7-year-old child that will be valuable to you for the rest of your life. And at the same time, if you listen to a 70-year-old person who's an absolute idiot, a dumb fuck, your life is just going to be ruined, and vice versa as well, by the way, right? So yeah, take care. I hope you become the best version of yourselves. Bye. Respect.